Hi there, today we're making Yorkshire pesto. This is a bit of a twist on the classic wild garlic pesto recipe with ingredients all found from Yorkshire. So first thing you need is some wild garlic. Just a few leaves here. We need about 30 to 40 grams. And then the other thing that this recipe uses from the woodland is some nettles. The first thing to go in is 30 grams of hazelnuts. So they're just popped into the pestle and mortar and pounded up to a fine paste. Next thing to go in is the nettles. So the nettles, just to take the stings away, what I did was plunge them into boiling water for about 20 seconds and then refresh them in cold water. So they go in again, are ground up with the nuts. Put them in a few stages. So at the moment the mixture has got a little bit heavy and thick, so I'm just letting it down with a bit of Yorkshire rapeseed oil. This one's from Wharfdale, and then carry on grinding. So the last of the nettles go in. So in total that's 30 grams of nettles that we've mixed into that mix. Next thing to go in is the wild garlic. Wild garlic you don't need to blanch, you don't need to do anything to it apart from chop it up. Again, I would put it in a couple of times. It gets a little bit thick and gloopy if you put it all in at once. If at any stage it gets too gloopy, just again add a little bit of oil and carry on going. So there was 30 grams, well 30 to 40 grams depending on how strong you like it, of the wild garlic going in there. So now we go in with the cheese. I'm using Wensleydale cheese, lovely Yorkshire cheese, nice and salty, and again about 50 grams of this now. I always think that pesto is, rather than being a recipe, a tight recipe, it's almost just an idea, so you can adjust this depending on the cheese you're using. Again, put it in a couple of different lumps because it just gets far too claggy if you put it all in at one go. So put it in a little bit at a time, give it a pound, and then put the rest in. Right at the end here, what we're going to do is let the whole thing down with some more of the oil from the rapeseed oil. And this you can just let down as much as you want. If you want a really thick pesto, put less in. If you want a really loose one, put more in. Give it a taste, check if it needs salt and pepper. I've tasted this and thought it needed a bit of salt, so I've gone in there with some sea salt flakes. Mix this up and then it's ready to go. You could have it just simply on pasta, but it goes beautifully with lamb as well. Loads of things you can do with it, even use it as a dip. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. If you'd like more, please come back soon. Follow us on social media, Instagram @Taste the Wild, Facebook Taste the Wild, or go and have a look at our website www.tastethewild.co.uk. Bye for now.